All right, welcome to this edition of Travel Tips. We're going to be talking about how to survive in a hostel. What's your first tip?
My first tip is, as I mentioned in a couple other videos, make sure you have headphones and something to listen to while you sleep. People are loud, people are rude, and people will be coming in at all hours of the night. And so make sure you have some headphones that filter out a lot of outside noise, and you can listen to whatever, but make sure you're listening to something, because otherwise you will wake up a lot and you'll never ever get a decent night of sleep.
There are also some really good earplugs out there that can cancel out a whole bunch of sound. They have some that they fit specifically to people. They're custom made, so you can look into those. They have some that are more gel based, and so they will form to your ear and block out more sound than the normal earplugs would.
And I'd say if you're gonna be in a hostel for a couple weeks, a few weeks, practice sleeping with that stuff in your ears before you go, because for some people it is an adjustment. It was for me.
I'd say one of the biggest things is just be prepared for anything, because hostels are crazy, or can get crazy. Some are very, very chill, but a lot of the time hostels, people come in late at night, very drunk, people go crazy. So I'd say prepare yourself to not be completely comfortable the entire time.
You're never going to be completely comfortable in a hostel.
I don't know about that.
And you are. And
one of my least favorite things about hostels is the showers. They can get
they're free,
pretty nasty. I would highly suggest bringing just cheap little $5 flip-flops, or $1 flip-flops even, just for the hostel showers.
Make sure they have no cloth in them, though.
Yeah, make sure
Because
they're
they
just
smell
rubber, so
terrible.
they'll dry quickly. And wear those when you take a shower, because some of those floors are just disgusting. That would be my biggest suggestion for a hostel.
Yeah, that's a good one. You may want to, at all times, have like a roll of toilet paper on you, because you go to some of these places and they'll be out, or it'll be the middle of the night and they're all out.
And that primarily happens in Asia. We found it never really happened I don't remember it happening in Europe.
No, I don't think it happened in Europe, but definitely in Asia.
Most of the time, especially in Europe, you can cook in a hostel. So if you want to keep things really cheap, buy the local food and cook inside your hostel. And it's really nice to be able to do that. Although sometimes the kitchens, no one really cleans up after themselves, at least most of the time. So you're going to have to do a lot of scrubbing before and after dinner if you're going to be a polite and good guest.
Don't be that guy where you come in late at night and you're really, really loud.
Yeah, don't be that guy who ruins it for everybody else. Yeah. There are already enough uncomfortable and annoying things about hostels where being the guy who makes everyone else miserable is not the kind of person you want to be. Be polite, be respectful.
Don't be the creepy guy either.
Don't be the creepy guy.
There's a lot of, girls and everyone just changing all around, and, don't be the creepy guy.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
There are plenty of those.
Yeah.
And don't be the 60-year-old in a hostel either.
If you're still staying in a hostel when you're 60, your life went wrong somewhere.
Somewhere.
So you should be able to afford a hotel or an Airbnb at that point.
Or you should just be at home, sitting on your couch.
That too. Old people can travel.
No.
That's stupid. Old people, get out there, travel, see the world before you die.
Just don't stay in my hostels.
Sure. Oh, you can get a private room, that's fine.
Private room for you would be fine.
Private rooms and hostels are usually a little more expensive, maybe double the price, but some places they're worth it, especially if you just need a little privacy after you've been staying in, a dorm for a while, and you just want some privacy. Even like a 4-person room can be nice.
Also, a lot of hostels don't have heat or AC, so keep that in mind as well, because there were some places we stayed in where they did not turn on the heat when it was almost nothing outside.
Albania, I thought I was going to freeze to death that night. I had 4 blankets and I was still frozen.
Don't go to Albania.
Yeah, probably smart.
It's always good to book ahead of time, because a lot of them book up really quickly, and the cheap ones definitely book up quickly. The cheap good ones. There are always going to be cheap bad ones available.
Hostel World, read the reviews.
Read the reviews. Don't stay in a hostel that is under a 7.5 rating.
Yeah. Don't read just like one review. Read them all. Although I will say there were a couple times where they were wrong. There was a place called Hotel New King in India, New Delhi, that had just awful reviews, like below a 5, but it was so cheap. It was like $3 a night.
Yeah, and
And we booked it and it was great.
Another thing, make friends with the people in your room. If you're friendly to them, they're going to be a lot more likely to treat you well.
Yeah, if someone shows up and you're sitting in your room, just ask them where they're from. That's always good. Hey man, where are you from?
Yeah.
And
First question, every hostel. As far as booking hostels, booking.com, always good. But our favorite was Hostel World. We used that endless times.
Booking.com is great because you can find places that allow you to cancel for free.
I think that's all we got for the day. That'll be the close of this edition of Travel Tips. Please follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Go check out our website, backtothepeacefulsea.com.
Like the video. And and don't sleep in the nude in the hostels.
Don't sleep in the nude.
There you go.
We'll see you next week.
Back to the